Neil Gaiman has said that Marvel TV turned down a Marvel 1602 TV show, and I'm here to ask you why.
It's probably going to cost, like, probably would have cost a fortune to do. Just from a budgetary stance, I think that would have been like ridiculous. I mean,
it's just like, why? This is something that we need.
I mean,
like, fan bases don't deserve anything. We deserve this.
Yeah, but I think I mean, if it was a live action one, I definitely understand why they did it. It's probably a budgetary thing. If it there's no reason why you could have done an animated. I don't understand why they did it. I'm not always privy to all this stuff, but I mean, the Neil Gaiman 1602 thing was a really interesting thing, but it definitely would have lent itself more to an animated feel if they would have done it.
I could see animated.
Yeah, I mean,
and even with the Hulu stuff now, like,
yeah,
no, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, just you also got to remember is like some of this could be context. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't want to do it right now.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe because they do have a lot of stuff lined up, and so like where Marvel 1602 would have fit in that, I don't know. But you never know down the line that this could show. People show interest in that stuff. I think they could definitely look into maybe at least doing an animated version of that.
Yeah, it's like a really nice way to bring it in. You could be like, oh, we have the Marvel what ifs, and it's like, what if time traveling to the past affected things?
Yeah.
And you go to 1602, boom, there you go. You can just do whatever.
I mean, you can also do it as a what if too. I mean, like it definitely lends itself more to an animated feel, but because like doing a live action film or TV series or film, oh man, I mean, you're looking, that could be a film budget right there.
Yeah.
And then
like period piece. I know period pieces are expensive as anything.
Yeah, because like it's just the costuming alone is like.
And also the sets, you got to make everything look like the period as well. Like,
like locations are not usually a problem for stuff like that, but it's just like the aesthetic of the show is usually what kills you. I know that because like the period shows that were on TV that took place in the 70s is like, I mean, I'm surprised Boardwalk Empire lasted as long as it did because of how expensive that show must have been.
So how was like Agent Carter then? Because I know they used a ton of CG for that one. And, like, no one ever noticed it because it was really good CG.
Yeah.
But like, I imagine it being expensive as part of the reason why that went.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Agent Carter in a long time, but I mean, I don't think there was a lot of locations involved in that show. Like a lot of the stuff took place.
It was very much like offices. Like you saw there's a few street shots, and it's like I remember there being like behind the sines thing. It's like, here's the street in New York we did. Here's the CGI. It's just like, whoa, I didn't even notice that. It's crazy.
But a show like this is like, it's kind of like, it would be kind of crazy how much it would cost just to try to do that. And like, and you also got to look at the landscape of like what the shows are doing now. A lot of the shows that are being shown that are live action are usually setting up or at least expanding on what's been before it. So like a lot
they're following the context and like the through line. They're not jumping all over the place.
Yeah, and like, I mean, who's to say somewhere down the line that this doesn't happen? But you also got to remember that also D+ is going to be fairly new, and that's going to be, again, a budget eater. You don't want to throw everything at the wall. Like I think 1602 will eventually happen. It's just, I think it's the wrong time.
Yeah. See, I can see it be like, Marvel Zombies. Like, you'd be kind of dumb not to do Marvel Zombies at some point somehow.
Yeah, I mean, like, and we're not privy to the conversation that Neil Gaiman have. We're just being told his side of the story. So, and not even the whole side of the story, because it's probably a paragraph of.
It's not even that. It's literally just a tweet, and all he says was, because someone asked him, he goes, I asked Marvel TV about me making 1602 last year, but they weren't interested. Such a pity. Which, like, right now, I can understand why you wouldn't be interested because you got this. We're getting the Spirits of Vengeance and like ton of stuff like the horror side, other things as well. And the way the movies are taking everything, you've got to kind of fit into that as well. It's like if it was like 5 years ago, or maybe like
or 5 years from now.
Yeah, but like if it's kind of like like Jessica Jones is going to be an ABC show and it's going to have Carol Danvers in it. Like if it was around that time, I could see it fitting, like being done more. But,
well, and then like, I mean, you heard it directly in the quote. He said he asked last year, like, where Marvel television and movies were last year. This 1602 would, the 1602 would have definitely been like more of a one-off. And like for this type of movie or show, you don't want a one-off. You want the whole. You want the. I hate to say the whole enchilada, but like when you see Marvel 1602, you want to see like multiple seasons instead of just like one season.
This is like Game of Thrones level. Like you need that much care for 1602.
This is something that is going to take resources and time, and like and they can't tie this into. I mean, they could, I guess, tie this into other stuff.
There's a couple of ways. More creative people than me. Like I could sit here and spit out a million ideas, but like they ain't gonna be great.
But but like I think right now they're just trying to focus on what's in front of them, and like right now, what's in front of them is trying to, like just develop the actual. I mean, they just introduced multiverse. Like last year, multiverse didn't exist in this in this movie.
Doctor Strange, 2016.
Well, I mean, I mean, there was hints of the multiverse, but it wasn't acknowledged. So, like right now, I mean, somewhere down the line, when season 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier or season 2, they get these shows on their legs and like where they're just they're basically because like right now these shows are going to be like reliant. It's like a newborn. Like they're like newborns, and then like 2 years down the line, they're gonna be toddlers, so that you don't need as much attention to these.
I know it's a bit of a deviation, but you said season 2 for like Falcon. Is that kind of like? I was using this. So hang on. Is this the plan?
Well, I was just using it as an example. As like a lot of these shows are gonna be a lot of attention paid to them, like by the productions, team, stuff like that. So they're not going to have the time or resources to dedicate that is needed to dedicate to Marvel 1602 if it happened, because this is a show that needs attention. Like it needs like a focus. Like you can't just say, all right, we're making Marvel 1602. Have fun. There's got to be a plan with that, and I think it may be in a race that by doing that and kind of and like you can't just say, well, it's never gonna happen. It will eventually happen. I feel this because there's money on the table if they don't do it. They just want to make sure that the show.
So especially if you're going like what if unless you're doing a what if series, like you kind of gotta.
They got to make sure that these shows are well received before they can go, all right, well, we're going to go this way, like if for some reason the Marvel what ifs are just not well received and like they've already sunk money into Marvel 1602, that's kind of like, I don't,
that's you kind of up the crap creek really.
I think they want to watch and see how these shows are going, like, but within the 2 years or a year or whatever, when these shows are more like, because like seasons 1s of any shows are almost like hands on deck type situations where everybody is like, all right, we got to make this happen. So each season that goes along, you get like it just kind of like runs itself. So there's not many people going, all right, we need to focus on this and this. Like Daredevil season 1 was like there was. I mean, I swear to God, I think I might have like talked to everybody in that office, like Loeb and everybody, at least multiple times within a day. And when season 2
it's all going to hell.
Well, like by season 2, you didn't hear from many of those people that much because they kind of knew that the show was running on its own feet. So So they could go, all right, we need to pour our attentions into this. So I think that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Not to run into
I tell you what, actually, like Marvel 1602 would be a really good in between show, kind of like how Agent Carter was with Shield.
Yeah.
It's like, right, here's Captain America and
a filler
Winter Soldier show. Here's Scarlet Witch or WandaVision. Marvel 1602. Here's Loki. Here's Sif and whatever they're gonna do.
Again, I think it's kind of a year 2, year 3 type show.
Yeah.
Because like everybody's, I mean, me included, I know that D+ is going to be success.
Oh, yeah. There's no way it's not. Like...
But there's always that 0.5% that it doesn't. So this would be a tremendously expensive, oh God, what did I do type moment, with like, I don't know if anybody's ever done, like, has any, like, movie budgets and TV budgets are weird. So it's really weird, and I can literally go into a show about it. They call it movie math. Movie math doesn't make sense. It's not. It's not regular math.
It's the time travel of the actual real world.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Like, it exists. It just doesn't. Like,
it's like it exists on two planes of existence, but like it doesn't exist. But the thing is like with the show like this is more of a high concept show. So they're gonna have they are probably gonna wait maybe 2 years into the service before they can go, all right, I think we can try this show. Let's do something.
Yeah, we're going to try something different. It's also one as well. It's like to kind of like stay relevant, you need this subgenre, I suppose, to not be the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you like expand out, like you got like not quite like a Handmaid's Tale, but like a Downton Abbey sort of thing. Like it feels that niche, and it just is completely like you get the four quadrants of like your demographics. Like if you want to hit a specific one, bang, 1602.
I just have a feeling that that type of show is not a service starter.
No, like if they started with 1602, they get a slap. It's like, what are you doing? No.
I think and just my experience, I think they're just trying to focus on like the shows that have been announced, and then like they I mean, it's just the way they're running the D+ shows it's going to be just like the movies. They have stuff planned out, but they also have room to play with. So I feel like, and I feel like once it expands, I think we'll probably hear something. I never really react to tweets from anybody because it's like it's literally less than a paragraph of something that somebody said within a 3-hour conversation. So we don't know if like they said no, we don't want to have it right now, but in about 2-3 years maybe come back, we'll go ahead and have this conversation again. We're not privy to that whole conversation, so I'm not gonna go quick to blame Disney or anybody else. I think maybe he should have. I mean, I love Neil Gaiman, but maybe he shouldn't have made that tweet. I think that was maybe
and it's also kind of like
I think it might have been
now. Pitching it now so weird. No.
Yeah, well, I think it's that tweet felt more of like an emotional, like he because I know he's very close. Like that maybe that concept in that comic is very near and dear to his heart, so maybe he took it personally and just tweeted the paragraph. Like I don't think that they denied him straight out, and I think they just weren't ready for like I think for sure that they're going to come back to it. I think it's definitely on the table.
Like the actual tweet he did reply to, like it's someone who's like watched Good Omens twice on Amazon Prime, and he's like, I need Neil Gaiman to pitch 1602. It's my favorite game of work, and it's kind of like, I did. Like it doesn't like really kind of come across like he's upset about it or anything. It's kind of like a neutral like, I did, but I what can you do, sort of thing. Like it did happen. No, it's not going to happen now.
Yeah, I think if Marvel didn't at least entertain the idea, it would be kind of dumb. On their part.
If Gaiman comes to you the pitch, listen to Gaiman's pitch.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that he could take a meeting with Kevin Feige at any point, and I think they're good friends. So I don't think there's,
especially now with Eternals. Like I imagine Gaiman's already been in that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that he's at least had some input in that movie because I'm sure that they're going to pull a lot of inspiration from both Kirby and his run. So why wouldn't you have like a good relationship with that creator?
Yeah, especially when like his Eternals kind of reinvent them slightly. Like, you know, they did the same thing for Bendis. Bendis reinvented the Avengers for an entire generation. That's why we got the movie we got today. So
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they probably hire him or use him as a consultant for this. You know, at some point. But can't do it for Kirby, so.
I mean, they could if they really wanted to. Like, you know, they got all the money in the Southern world now. Like, just figure
I guess
out
they can run a seance, you know.
It's like, Jack, can you hear me?
just hit yes, please.
You're gonna channel you through your son. He tweets a lot about you. Moving on from that's gonna take a very weird turn.